What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Moon Piece Podcast, where we give you guys a piece of what's on our mind on everything nerdy, anime, and all things in between. Haven't done that one in a minute. Here with my co-host, Kimmy.
Hey, hey.
Daniel-san.
Hey.
So, let's just get right into it. What are we watching? What are we playing? What's going on?
I'll start off. There's one series on Netflix that I've been super gassed about for like the last 2 weeks, and I binge watched the shit out of it when I had the flu 2 weeks ago.
What'd you do?
Warrior. I don't know
that?
if you guys have heard of this.
No.
Nah.
It came out on Cinemax, I think in like 2020.
Hearing the word Cinemax just
right?
kind of just first just like kind of just put me in it. I was like, he's watching porn.
I don't know.
All I think about is Skinemax when I hear Cinemax.
Oh.
I think...
Was that an actual company?
It's like a term people was doing because, like, if you watch Cinemax past a certain time, you was gonna see like more like scandalous stuff.
The more
You know what I mean? Skinemax.
Well, this show is definitely scandalous. It's so good. It pretty much takes place like shortly after the Civil War in San Francisco.
Okay.
When a lot of the Chinese were immigrating to the U.S. So it's very... There's a lot of like racial storylines, a lot of political ones, but it pretty much revolves around Chinatown and San Francisco with these rival Chinese gangs. And how the white people who... It's so funny. All the Chinese people refer to white people as ducks. And like all the neighborhoods for the white people, they refer to as the ponds, the duck ponds.
That's so funny.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Did you guys watch Peaky Blinders?
No, but I know
It's my
the
brother's
premise.
favorite show.
Yeah, people. I know people love Peaky Blinders.
Guys should 100% watch Peaky Blinders, but it very much is like Peaky Blinders, where it's just
Peaky Blinders.
it's a gangster show. It's not too much about like what they're dealing, but it's like
It's British. It's
struggles that
British
they go
power,
through.
basically.
No, I mean they're not British.
They're not British.
No,
Well,
they're Chinese and
you're
American.
thinking Peaky Blinders.
Wait, he's not talking about Peaky Blinders.
No,
Not
I'm
anymore.
just making a comparison
Oh.
to Peaky Blinders, where it's just very
okay.
much like a show about gangsters, and I don't want to spoil anything. It's just like, honestly, guys, the action in Warriors is so amazing. The choreography for these Chinese martial artists is unreal, and like if you see the cast, you'll recognize a lot of the people in it, and it's just such a good assortment of characters. I can't say the casting is phenomenal. The acting, I'm not going to say that the acting is like super stellar. It is good, but it's the writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
The writing in this show is so good. It has me hooked. It doesn't end on cliffhangers or anything. Every episode like pretty much like closes out a storyline, but the way it just ties into like a bigger picture, and it like progresses the plot forward and gets like other characters involved. It's got such it uses every single side character to a very good degree. No one gets left
wasted.
behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone gets progression. Great cast all around, and honestly, it's hilarious. The action's great. I would 100% recommend it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Cinemax canceled it after season 3,
Oh, no.
Sounds about right these days.
but Netflix picked it up, and they're hoping that if the viewership picks up on that platform, they'll bring it back for season 4. We'll see, but from what I'm seeing online, it's a super popular show. You guys
Nice.
100% should watch it.
That kind of reminds me. Not this is similar plot, but just I'm thinking about like kind of like that kind of cultural show. Like, you ever heard of Tokyo Vice on HBO Max? It aired like maybe 2 years ago. I wanna
No, what
say.
is it?
So
Like Miami
it's based in
Vice?
like kind of not really.
What?
Yes and no.
Miami
It's
Vice?
Miami
Oh,
Vice.
no.
It's like a cop show.
Like cop show. So this cops involved, right?
Okay.
They're part of the plot. So like I want to say yes, but it follows this reporter, this American reporter in the 90s, and it's a true story. And you kind of just gotta get to see the whole vibe of like Tokyo as a city in the 90s, and like the clubbing and like the police work and everything like that. And like this guy is like American trying to work at a Japanese company, a newspaper company, and trying to like really get ahead, but he's doing the most to like get a story on like the Yakuza and all that stuff, and like getting actually involved with the Yakuza and trying to like get information. They try to use him and he tries to use them, and then, like the cops are also like
Back and
dirty
forth.
and back. It's an interesting concept just to see like how it's shot and just seeing Tokyo itself in that time.
Okay.
So
How many seasons is it?
I think the second season just came out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's fairly new.
So it's fairly new. It'll probably get canceled, obviously, because everything gets canceled. The reason why things get canceled now is because there's too many shows and there's too many platforms, and the eyeballs are spread out everywhere. So it's not enough people. So it's before we all had like must see TV, so ratings and viewership will be higher. But like now, because it's just so many options that like we're just split time wise. Like
everywhere.
I'm watching these things on this thing. I don't have time to even if it's good, I can't even.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to like start a new show too. Sometimes you just like I just want to rewatch this or that, you know. So it's hard to even start. I know that they're like, especially on HBO Max, two shows that I was watching was canceled. Southside. I don't know if you guys ever saw Southside.
I know what it is. I didn't watch it.
It's a great show. It's like a little like sitcom thing about the South Side of Chicago. The cast works in like a furniture rental store.
Okay.
And then Rap Shit, which is about these two girls who are like aspiring rappers.
Oh yes, I heard about that as well.
Yeah, that also just recently got canceled too. Yeah. So like,
oh damn, everything's getting canceled.
It's hard out here. It's
no, you're right though. It's hard to like get the eyes to focus.
You think about how many shows like you think you're gonna watch and then you just never do. It's just hard for them to stay afloat.
And you know what sucks? A lot of these are, since they're just streaming, like their stuff won't get out there. Like, excuse me. Everyone puts in so much like hard work. All these actors, writers, producers, and then for their stuff to just not go out. Like, you remember what happened with like the Batgirl movie? Fully shot, fully finished, everything. The Batgirl movie.
There was a Batgirl movie?
Exactly.
It was actually like done.
Everything done.
But like, they never... honestly, it's sad for the people that worked on it, but it was definitely probably the right call.
You never know. I would have preferred to just see it.
When was it supposed to have come out?
I think last year, something like that. Yeah, everything
was done. And everything, bro.
Who was cast?
The girl from did you see In the Heights? Is she in?
I think so. Heights? It was in one of those. I didn't see In the Heights.
What's the one with the dude from Hamilton, Uznabi? Oh god, he was in Transformers, the newest one. Did you see Transformers either?
Yeah, the Beast Wars.
Yeah,
I watched it.
Do you remember the Spanish dude?
Yeah.
I mean, the main character.
Well, either way, the Batgirl movie, it didn't come out, and it was supposed to, and all the cast was like super sad, and they were like, we literally don't have a copy of this anywhere. You know, I think that's another issue that people have been dealing with not having physical like materials, and like if these streaming services take away your favorite show, where is it going to be? Like, you can't just walk into a Blockbuster anymore and rent it. You know, you can't buy it anywhere.
Best Buys are closing
Best Buys are closing. They don't even have most of these like physical items anymore.
Yeah. The one on Union Square closed down. Not Union Square. No, not Union Square. The one in Soho. That one that was by Wendy's. That one closed down.
Damn.
Yeah, that one closed down.
And that was like a kind of a staple one, to me at least, on Broadway Ave right there. Like I know the Best Buy was right by the Wendy's in case I needed to hit a little quick bathroom trip.
The one in Union Square was definitely a staple for me because that one was like 24/7 at some point.
Did that one close down? I don't know if I made that up.
I feel like I just walked past it the other day.
I think it's still there.
Okay, let's hope.
No, I went to Burlington Coat Factory right there. Yo, I spent like 2 hours
right by that big clock. I don't know. I still know what that clock is counting.
It's the time.
What? He means like the one that's counting down.
The orange thing?
Yeah.
The thingy with all the numbers.
Yeah. In the middle of...
That's just the time.
No,
it's not.
No, it's not.
I'm fairly certain
Danny.
that that's just
Danny.
No, it is. There's so many numbers on there.
Because it's like the micro milliseconds, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
No, Danny.
Union Square clock.
No,
I'm not saying
Danny.
you're absolutely wrong, but that don't sound right, bro.
I'm pretty sure that... Isn't that the amount of debt that, like, America's in? I thought that's what someone told me.
Nah, it's definitely not a debt clock.
A New York clock that told time now tells the time remaining. That's cryptic as fuck for the New York Times.
The time remaining.
This is getting dark pretty quickly. Yeah, let's move on. What about you, Kimmy? What are you watching? I was like, this guy's serious.
Oh, I got my friend to watch Free Run, and
not the Free Run hive over here. Like, watch it.
Yo, I'm telling a lot of people to watch it.
Yeah, no, and she's watching it. She sent me a snap, and she's 4 episodes.
We both didn't finish, by the way, the finale. We didn't watch the finale.
I didn't either.
Yet. Okay.
No, I didn't either. But she's 4 episodes in, and she was like, "Okay, I am also sobbing." I was like, "Thank you, I wasn't wrong." Danny's just really apathetic.
Not that deep.
Danny just really doesn't have, much of a heart.
Not true. You ever watched the Pokemon movie where Pikachu slapping Pikachu?
Oh, of course.
You were young though. not Ash turning into stone.
Oh,
he was really wild for that shit though.
I didn't really know that.
Truly.
When Pikachu was crying over Ash turning into stone.
That's what I'm talking about.
When he turned into stone, I was like, and who sent you? Who told you to do that, stupid?
Who chose you? Nobody chose you out there.
He was saving his friend.
No, he's stupid for that though, bro. Jumping in front of a fucking, what was it, a hyper beam?
He's 10.
I knew better.
I mean,
he
he's
didn't know
10.
type advantage. All right, doesn't matter. But your friend's watching Free Run?
Yeah, so that's great. Super happy about that. Really hyped that people are finally getting a chance to see all these more fantasy shows that aren't isekais, you know? So that's been going good. I've unfortunately been adulting and I still haven't done my taxes, so not fun. Don't come at me.
I haven't done my taxes either.
Okay, I'm not alone.
No, but I started TurboTax.
It takes 18 minutes to do your taxes. You guys don't own any property.
Wow.
You guys don't have any children.
I don't want to do this shit.
It takes 18 minutes, sometimes 12, and it autofills. It's more.
But sometimes like you get anxiety, like, oh, how much am I gonna have to pay?
I'm like, am I doing this right? I don't know how to fucking do this. Anyways.
Sometimes I overthink it too. Sometimes I'm like, okay, what do I click to get me more money? Let me read this 2 times.
No. Would you go
Like,
to say you
is
a
this
fisherman? You growing crops? Is they actually shit like that?
I'm just used to giving it to my mother, who gives it to the tax guy. But I'm like, I want to try a new tax guy, Because I'm like,
sometimes it's hard to find a
guy?
tax guy.
Yeah,
it's someone to do your taxes.
No,
you don't have someone to do your taxes?
No, why would I do that?
Because then you develop a relationship, and then the closer you guys get, the more they'll be like, "Yo, I'm gonna hook this guy up. Let me put you on to something. They'll give you tips and tricks."
My mother told me how to do my taxes when I was 15.
okay, well, we're not
I know that's not. I know that's not normal, but I'm saying like
that's impressive.
That is impressive.
Like I do my mom's taxes, I do mine but it's TurboTax. It just autofills. It's all there. Like a tax guy, those y'all going extinct. Sorry, it's like
TurboTax.
Tax guys, like having a tax guy, because like you end up waiting unless a tax guy is useful for, like I said, if you have this podcast. This has gone to a whole nother conversation. I don't know what's happening, but we're here. It's really no point if you don't have things that are harder to like file, right?
Like
that's like investments, crypto, stocks,
side
houses,
businesses.
side businesses, extra income, things like that. If you deadass only have a W-2, what are we talking about here?
We just don't know how to
like
do it.
Like if you
from there.
only have a W and they stop asking for health forms to make sure you have health care all year because they don't care anymore, you only have a W-2. You do not need a tax guy. You do not. He's not going to help.
But you severely underestimate. What if I'm a dumbass?
You have a. I've seen you do so. You're not a dumbass, bro. I've seen you do so much.
I just underestimate myself. I've never done it alone, so I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you never done like TurboTax or H&R
No,
Block?
none of that.
Oh.
No.
It walks you through it.
Yeah, it really does. It's super helpful.
It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Nice. Well, we'll find out. Okay.
It's super easy. Guys, TurboTax is fine.
We're not sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you, Corey? What are you watching? What are you doing?
Honestly, just been stuck adulting. Honestly, I've been outside.
It's rough in these streets,
and I hate outside. I'm staying inside. I was out for just the past couple of days and just work stuff. So honestly, One Piece, Fearin', still want to watch Mashle. Like this, it's just the usual things we watch weekly at this point.
One Piece just started its 3-week break. It's going to be gone for a whole month.
Wow.
Because the author is taking a break due to Akira Toriyama's passing.
Good.
So he's not sick or anything. He just wants to take some time.
He needs time.
He said, I ain't sick. I need a minute.
Yeah. Solid.
Which you know he's still going to like work on it in the background. Because this man like lives and breathes it.
A bomb drop to end the fucking...
Chapter 1111, Make a Wish.
But Zorro's B-Day.
We're not gonna talk about it. But as
we're not gonna talk about it.
A lot to dissect. A lot to keep us. Full.
Last panel going crazy, and Luffy is Dominican apparently.
Oh.
Because of the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Playing baseball now.
Playing baseball.
Baseball.
Well, he was already always Spanish.
But I mean, we are talking about One Piece, so we want to talk about your failed sneaker drop.
Oh.
I'm so fucking pissed, guys.
He's been through
so
it now.
upset. So I don't know if you guys, the viewers have known. I mean, if you're watching an anime-oriented podcast,
he's stuttering. He's mad.
I'm like trying to gather my emotions. One Piece and Puma had a collaboration where they were releasing 4 different sneakers for each of the 4 emperors of the sea of One Piece. Obviously, one is spoilers. Another one is Red Hair Shanks. Another one for Blackbeard, and another one for Buggy. And the collaboration, the sneakers came out Friday at midnight. And when I tell you, I was there from like 11:20, just signed in. I downloaded the Puma app. I made an account. I favorited that shit. Put it on my wish list. Everything. 12 o'clock hit. Content doesn't exist.
Ooh.
The app failed us. Do you know how many bad reviews I left on all of their fucking products from that collaboration? Stop. I wasn't the only one. Everyone was like, it's fucking bullshit. Resellers and fucking bots stealing all our shoes. None of the true fans could get it.
Yo, I love this. As a sneakerhead, as somebody who's part of the sneaker game, watching like non-sneakerheads who are like just into the whatever collab it is, specifically like usually when it's gaming or anime collabs, I get so much joy out of watching y'all fail.
Why?
Because like
what? Why didn't you warn me?
It's inevitable. It's one of those things you just gotta learn.
Hello?
You gotta learn because you know what it is.
Why?
Because I get it. Why y'all get so frustrated because we just live it. We just know it. It's just part of it. It's part of the game. So when y'all come in and have these expectations that you're gonna like get your shit because you feel like you deserve it because you're such a big fan.
That's crazy.
It's like, bro, you have no idea how crazy this process really is, and you're not well equipped. You didn't ask me for no advice, so that's why this went the way it went for you.
What would the advice have been? I made an account. I signed up.
The advice would have been like, you should have told me, and usually you have more than one person try to help you buy the sneakers at one time.
I did. It was me and like a few of my close friends. We were all trying to get our own sneakers.
No,
trying to get.
Did anybody get?
No, it has to be for you.
What do you mean?
Like the same sneaker.
Like it has to be your sneaker. Like you should have been telling me and Kimmy and Natalie and somebody else to all be trying to get you
the same
sneaker. Oh. Instead, you tried to go lone wolf and think that you was gonna be the special kid who got it.
I didn't think it was gonna
Willy
be that
Wonka
cutthroat.
in this bitch.
I didn't think it was gonna be that cutthroat.
That's just the game.
What's the point of doing collaborations if nobody could get the shoes? And
people got the shoes.
Barely anybody.
No, people got the shoes. You just didn't get the shoe.
Damn.
That's what the sneaker game is rough. It's hard. Like, listen, there's plenty of sneakers I've wanted in my life, and I just couldn't get them.
And now I gotta pay 3 times the price just to get it.
Well,
it's not worth it. Go fuck you. You.
If I want to make you feel, if to make you feel comfortable, the most I've spent on a resale sneaker is about $1,200.
Ooh.
So
what was the retail price?
$150.
That's crazy. What was it?
I'm so sorry.
I wasn't mad. I wanted the sneaker that bad. If you want it that bad, you will get it. No, I got rid of them.
Wait, did you sell them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was it?
Travis got SB Dunks. So like these Paisley SB Dunks. I love SB Dunks. I love the design. And that's usually my response to people who do go for the collabs. If you wanted it that bad, then you would just pay the resale.
I wanted that bad for $85 plus tax.
Yeah, but like the math, that's you didn't want it. That means you don't want it that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you only are willing to pay retail, you don't want it that bad in the first place. There's no. I get the integrity of being like, I refuse to pay resale on something, bro. You will pay resale for something in your life. Period. Like
no, absolutely. I've been there before.
Not just sneakers. It's just gonna happen. Whether it's a concert ticket, whether it's all types of shit like that.
Something.
Like the same way I felt about when people like Taylor Swift fans were mad when they couldn't get their tickets. I'm just like, I'm a sneakerhead. All I know is disappointment.
They should there are no steps that they can put into place to help prevent this kind of shit. Like,
would you like to go back to the old school way of standing outside waiting in line?
Honestly,
big regrets. I called the Puma store that day. The next day when I was at work like an idiot. I should have called out. I should have gone to the Puma store and waited online for the fucking sneakers.
Yeah.
That's the mistake I made.
Yeah,
yes, I want to go back to those times.
I don't think you do.
I don't know. I think
it sounds good, but it's also very dangerous.
Why?
Why would it not be dangerous with a whole bunch of people with their money standing on a line for sneakers that have value eventually?
Has anything ever happened?
They get robbed. Yeah. People die, get shot.
This is in Midtown.
No, that's
you
even
think
worse.
crime doesn't happen in Midtown?
I'm going to call my Uber the moment I'm not going to walk out of the store until I call my Uber's outside, and then I'm going to get in the Uber.
I don't think you would have thought that at the moment if I didn't tell you this just now.
You think that's the moment I would have walked out of the flagship Puma store, somebody would have jumped me?
No, I don't think that would have happened, but those are things
that have
to think about.
Yeah, you got to think about that stuff.
This is too much.
Yeah, the sneaker game is cutthroat. That's why I'm like, welcome. That's why I always laugh. I'm like, welcome.
It's hard.
Okay, well maybe I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna try to do that for the Hunter X Hunter Reeboks
I think you should pay the resale. I think that a markup of $180 on an $85 sneaker, if you really like the sneaker that bad, most sneakers already are $200 for men in our size already,
That's
like
true.
$150 to $200. So
Isn't
I
that
look
terrible?
at it. I look at it as, you know what? This is what I would have paid for a pair of Jordans.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that they were $85, I was like, "That's it."
It's Pumas. That's
Yeah,
why.
Yeah.
But like, just if you
Think
want to make
about the
yourself a better, look as you bought yourself a pair of Jordans or I don't know a more expensive basketball sneaker, but it's actually a sneaker collab you really like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've also fallen victim to like the resale kind of thing. Like the thing I've spent more on like the most on reselling was like, you know, the Nendroids for, you know, the anime figures and stuff, or the brand Nendroid. They're like the chibi style.
Okay.
If you see it, you would understand. So when the Haikyuu, no, this is
That's
a
a Funko
pop.
Pop.
This is a Funko Pop. So the
Don't tell me you don't know
Nendroids.
what a Funko Pop is, boy.
No, it's just this thing.
Okay.
Yes, both of those. Those are Funko Pops. But Nendroids they're similar, but you can take them apart, change their faces. They usually come with packs of different arms and stuff like that. And you can and they have a little stand, and you can change them how you want, you know? They usually range between like 30 to 50 to 60 or so, and, you know, depending if they have super collabs with other, you know, duos or something. So, of course, you guys know Haikyuu is one of my favorite shows. And my all-time favorite character, of course, was the one that was sold out. Bokuto. Yep. So he was sold out for so long, and people were reselling him for so much money. Like, the most I had seen was like $350. And I was like, of course, my favorite character is the one that's like the most, that it's all that stuff. And I was so mad about it. And they hadn't put him for resale at all. Like, they hadn't brought him back. So finally, I find, you know, I'm the type to just search up my favorite things on all the resale websites just to see what's there. You know, you never know what shows up. Eventually, one day, it shows up for like $200.
Oh.
And I was like,
It's cheaper than what it was before.
literally, I was like, it's not $350.
I see that as a win. You saved $100.
Oh, absolutely.
Girl math.
Exactly. I saved $150. So I was like, oh, this is great. So, like, I jumped on that opportunity. The guy was super nice about it. And so he gave me those. Obviously, I bought them from him. But he was also like, do you want the Akashi to go with him, his setter? Okay. Which was also, he was running around the same price, too, because they're usually a duo. And I was like, oh, you know what? Like,
she said, "Fuck it, we ball."
I said, "Fuck it,
I'm already here."
I said, give me 2 weeks to get paid again. I'm gonna take it. And so I was like, wow. So I got it. Literally last year. This was probably like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Last year they finally came back and they brought him back, and I was like, I see him there for $50, and I'm like, I'm so mad, but like. Whatever. I got
yours.
him.
You have it.
I wanted him. Exactly. I wanted him. I paid the resale price because I was like, this is something that I really wanted, you know? As someone who used to work at like a store for that kind of stuff, I know when certain things go out, they go out and they don't come back. Like one of my biggest regrets that I never got. So Loungefly, you know, the company that does like, basically it's like Gucci, but for like nerdy wear, for like bags and stuff like that.
Before,
yeah. So they had a before the Barbie movie or anything was in talk about it, they had a Malibu Barbie license plate bag, right? And it was the cutest thing. I was obsessed. I was like, oh my God, you know, dropping hints for, you know, oh, I kind of want this, you know, like super bad for Christmas, you know, like dropping hints about it, thinking, you know, someone's going to get it for me for Christmas.
Nobody.
Nope,
so.
Didn't happen.
This?
And then it's so, yes, that is it. That's like, I want it so bad.
I like it.
I want it. And
like
I was
that.
so upset because it was just super cute. And it came with like a pin with it, all that stuff. And I was like, should I buy it for myself? I was like, you know what? No, someone's going to get it for me for Christmas because I've been talking about it so much.
Not you trying to
I messed
manifest
up. Exactly, no. And I messed up and it went and has never even been on resale.
Yep.
I saw it once for like $400 and I was like, I physically cannot pay for this right now. I was like, you know what? I'll come back to it, maybe see if it goes down. Nope.
Yeah.
So it's like...
That's like my toxic trait where it's not necessarily toxic, but it definitely does other people no favors if they ever want to buy me stuff. If I see something that I want, I am going to get it. I am not going to wait.
Yep.
I'm going to purchase it. Now, if you hear me talk about it and you try to get it for me, you have at best a week.
Ooh.
You have at best I'm just being realistic.
I mean,
I
it's
just
true.
know me. Once I know I want something, like I'm going to get that.
I want
and
it.
I'm going to get it.
I got it.
And now if you try to surprise me, you better just tell me don't buy it, or you got to buy it before I buy it.
There you go.
And stop and try to intercept. Otherwise, then I'll have to, which has happened to people.
Yeah.
Or they just people just send me money.
I mean, you could resell it too.
Yeah, I can, or I just give it away. I don't know, but that's who wants to really end up with two. Nobody realistically wants.
Yeah, that's why you sell
it. If anybody ever wants to buy me gifts, make sure you try to beat me to it. That's it.
If anybody wants to help me with those Piece Pumas,
I think you should just pay
the resale. Yeah, 200's not bad.
200's not bad, bro.
That's not bad.
And you really want them.
Yeah, I'll feel better about the situation once I get my Hunter x Hunter Reeboks.
I think the Pumas look better though.
Yo, have you seen the Gone Freeze Reeboks, the green ones?
You got a picture? Pull them up. I think you should go with the Pumas though, because I think those are easier rock.
But speaking of fighting for your life with buying stuff, I was fighting for my life to get those Meg the Stallion tickets. Bitch, when I tell you,
yeah, those are nice. I like them.
Right, the Gone Freeze Reeboks.
Those are actually really nice.
Those are fire.
They're very you too. That's your color green.
Yeah.
Yo, but I want these Netro sandals. Look at these Netro chanclas that they got.
Chocolate Poppy over here. Don't get those.
What? Yo, what are you talking about?
As long as it's not Crocs.
Don't get those.
As long as it's not Crocs.
Wait, how's the Meg the Stallion ticket search?
Girl, okay. So first of all, I didn't know I had the up because, I signed up for her, let me know when this is available. And she gave the little code on, when to get it and all that stuff. But I didn't know. So I have Citibank, and they have, the entertainment thing. So if you have a card, you get the
early
pre-sale.
access and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had it. So when I went to go in, I was like, oh, I can see it early. Oh, my gosh. I was waiting for my friends. My friends, they knew this was going to happen. They were like, Kim, yeah, look up the tickets. See what they are. I'm giving them... I was like, okay, be aware. It's going to be at 1. But, before that, I'm telling them, giving them updates. I was like, this is the price. I'm willing to put in a little bit more money because I love Meg the Stallion. And one of my friends was like, okay, guys, remember to have, your budget in mind. They never answered. So then finally, I'm like, guys, we got to get this before 1. When the next group starts coming in, it's 12:57. No one's answering. I'm like, am I getting these tickets? No answer. Finally, it becomes 1, and the sections start going in New York because this is Madison Square Garden. Yeah. And I'm like, so I'm freaking out. The same spots aren't there anymore. I start having a breakdown. Thankfully, one of my besties is like, I'm already looking in Philly, and the prices are a lot cheaper. We can just do that and stay at our friend's house. Same
Sounds more
place.
Reasonable.
Yeah. So same spot. That was $230 was a lot less.
Yeah.
So we got 2 tickets pretty decently close to the stage. Honestly, VIP tickets weren't even bad. $700 for front row.
$700?
For front row.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
Versus I don't even know. Bad Bunny had $800 for some of the upper seats. I was like,
send the sticks.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Bad Bunny's a different beast than Meg the Stallion.
I know, but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's just rough out here.
I don't know, man. I think you might have to have a New Year's resolution for yourself. You might need to stop trying to do group activities for your concerts. You need to start finding one person.
I mean, that's fine. It's just this was something we had talked about, Nah, I would go either, yeah.
Yeah, because, as I've gotten older, when I'm because I went to go see, I plan to go see, before went to go see Atarashi Got by myself. Now I'm just at the stage, I'm I can't sit here and try to coordinate with people and deal with some type of frustration or disappointment because I didn't get what I wanted or the way I wanted it, XYZ going to something. So I'm just you know what? Yeah, I can't do all that. I'm just going to cop a ticket. And if you want to be there, because it's not like I'm fucking talking to you there anyway, if you're going to be sitting somewhere else, you're going to be sitting somewhere else. We can go together. We can have a drink before together.
Yes.
Meet up after. But I'm not really going to be speaking to you at the concert, so just saying. It's not a horrible idea. I get it's nice to have somebody there with you, but...
Yeah, it's fun. I've gone to Jonas Brothers concert with my friends before, and we've sang our hearts out and cried and just had a good time. So I've had good experiences with them in the past. Group activities is fun.
No, I'm not saying you're bad people. That's not what I'm saying. I just meant you will save yourself throughout the process. The headaches throughout the processes sound
valid.
Usually it's what you had to do to get there, was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely. Because I was this close to cursing them out.
Yeah.
When I tell you I said the fucking ticket sold out, and then I undo send, and then I said the ticket's sold out because I was like, girl, y'all killing me here. Yeah. So
how you feel about Megan's current? Because now you're starting to get more familiar with her cosplay. shenanigans because before you just didn't know what was going on. But she been out here, bro.
She
been out here
she
doing
had such
all
a
the
great time in
JoJo's cosplay
Japan.
and stuff. This shit is really good, so I'm liking it. And she had the video with Atarashi Gakko. Crazy. But so like with that, with Megan, you see there's a lot more people kind of questioning if she's actually an anime fan. So
Which is crazy to me.
Comments.
Which is ridiculous because like they just be talking out their ass, and it's always guys. It's always guys because they're always
guys.
questioning if are you actually like a fan or like are you faking it just so for men's attention? It's like no, bitch. No one spends this much money on time and effort to make the costumes to make it look good. Like
it's so self-centered that people like a bunch of anime dudes think that a girl would do that just for their attention. Like, bro.
No one cares.
Chill. And also, I can see. I want to tippy toe how I phrase this. I can somewhat understand why some dudes may not believe because it comes from the perspective of them not seeing any girl anime fans around them when they were growing up, like as kids. Because like I don't remember any, and I know the age-old statement is usually, well, it's because you wasn't looking for us, or you didn't think we were pretty at that time. And I, for myself, because I can't talk for other people, I operate differently. So, like, my true perspective is, no, there wasn't a lot of y'all around it. Maybe that's because of me growing up in Brooklyn, me growing up in the hood, so a lot of things are a lot more different. Most people don't even want to admit they're nerds in the first place, or they're into stuff, or some people are, I've always been kind of, like, free with being who I am when it comes to that stuff, my interests. So I can see why some people might be like, oh, this shit feels out of nowhere, but it's not at the same time. But it's interesting. So now they're like, how long you really an anime fan? Now it's like, depends on what you watch, X, Y, Z. And after a while, it's like, bro, people can be fans of anything. There's girls who like sports. There's guys who like reality TV. There's all type of shit like that. Your gender and whatever you identify as does not determine what your interests are. But it gets so nasty.
Ridiculous.
Like, what are you trying to win or prove? Like, you're just gonna get aha. I knew you were
not a real anime fan.
I knew you were fake.
I am superior.
Right? And meanwhile, they don't need to spend nowhere near the same amount of energy to correct Michael B. Jordan for pronouncing Naruto wrong.
Oh my god. What do you think?
People don't forget.
People don't forget.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really see why people give a shit whether or not she's a fan or not, or other people. I mean, I don't know, people like Bruno Mars. He was the one who was posting those pictures when he was in Japan, right? Like,
he had like a whole photo shoot, like running. He did a Naruto running on a TikTok.
Watching, reading JJK.
So those are the moments where I'm like, all right, man, you're doing a little bit too much. Now you making me not believe you now, because like even an anime fan doesn't, unless they're like super cringe, don't do like all of that, bro. Fuck you running for, bro? Bruno, what are you doing? Chill out. And then you just like, he got his little reading JJK, all type of shit like that. Like it's cool, but when sometimes it feels just so promo runny, I'm like,
are you just hopping on the trend?
I was like, you trying to get us. You're trying to get us. So I guess it comes from a sense of also just trying to protect, I guess. It's not much to really protect, but protect the integrity of the community, the anime community.
There's no integrity.
There's literally no integrry, bro. Yeah. The things we argue about.
Once the corporations
gaming community, there's no integrity.
Integrity don't even exist.
Absolutely.
Never even heard of it. Never.
So like,
ridiculous.
I don't know why people are trying to gatekeep anime. Yeah. I understand, like, we were making those comments before, where, like, anime might be a little too mainstream, or with the McDonald's.
With the corporations
and the
jumping
Toyotas.
in.
Yeah, like, when a corporation does it, it feels more gross, though. That's different. That's different than a human being just being like, I like anime. A corporation, I'm like, I know, this capitalism. I know you. I know Cappy when I hear
different.
it.
Yeah.
Besides, Meg, I mean, when we're talking about, like, Bruno Mars doing, like, the Naruto run thing, that's one thing. But when Meg's, like, out here crushing these cosplays, like...
Even if she was faking it,
what do you have to complain about?
Exactly.
So what?
That
She's
Miracle
representing.
cosplay, the Death the Kid cosplay, like, she looks fire.
She is killing it, bro. And
So
just like
good.
at this point, what are you mad at? She looked good in the fit,
She
bro.
looks
Just like the
great.
picture and keep it pushing.
If you were at a convention and you saw her walking towards you, you would piss yourself.
Exactly.
You would not go up to her and be like, "Are you a really anime fan?"
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Fake
Also, she said, I might want my anime girlies to show up in cosplay. And I was like,
For the concert?
for the concert. So I don't
Corey
know.
over here, like, I might have to go to the concert.
I was like,
How much those resale tickets?
my bank account just opened up. I filed my taxes,
Oh,
guys.
So I'm like, do I show up in a hot girl outfit? Like, let's go. My own Tina Todoroki.
This is crazy. So
Tina Todoroki?
Yeah.
With a sister?
no, that's what she.
Oh, that's just your
She
gender
calls,
bend?
she calls herself Tina Snow.
Tina Snow, and that's when she cosplays as Todoroki.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's switch into some more celebrity stuff. Drake and Josh and Amanda.
Bow, bow, bow.
So we won't get too into Quiet on Set again, but we'll get into more of like some information with Amanda and Drake and Josh that's come out. So you got us there?
Yeah, so first of all, since Quiet on Set has been going off, that is the documentary we talked to you guys about last time. That was on Max. That was the 4 parts that showed all the crazy things that happened at Nickelodeon at the time. At least a good portion of it, because a lot more celebrities have been coming out with a lot more things and their experiences and everything. So this one, we backtrack and we found... I actually remember this, actually. It was found out that Amanda Bynes had a secret Twitter back in the day when like celebrities were just posting everything,
What's back in the day? What year are we talking?
I want to say
Right, 10 years ago.
probably like, I know it's weird to say. I think
That shit just hurt our soul. Just 10 years, not that long, bro.
I want to say like 2013, 2012-ish.
Okay.
So 12 years ago.
I know.
You guys are dying more
It's
inside as you say. Stop saying that.
It's
You mean
crazy.
the 80s?
You mean the 80s? Yo, I do that too, bro. Like, I hear 20 years. I'm like, you mean the 80s? No. We mean when you were...
Early 2000s.
Yeah, but so it's somewhere around that range. We'll confirm later for you guys. But so she had a Twitter since her parents were running her Amanda Bynes Twitter, her official one. So she went by Ashley Banks. And she talked a lot about things. And, for a while, people, weren't sure if it was even her. Before the account closed, Amanda did confirm it was her. She posted pictures of herself and her ID. And so people were like, oh, wow.
Receipts.
Yeah, so she came out with the receipts. I was like, no, this was her. So before the account closed, she released a good amount of things. One, she talked about, hey... do you know how frustrating it is to have worked like a dog since you were 7 years old and have your parents steal all your money? That's ridiculous. Yeah. And so she was talking about that, how she was upset about that. She mentioned how John Travolta was actually really fucked up and he sexually abused a lot of people and was always having people in and out of his trailer on Hairspray. Yeah. That was crazy. Another big thing.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
I never knew that.
Actually, I don't even want to say the name.
I never knew that. I mean, as someone who was obsessed with Grease, I don't know anything about John Travolta besides that and Hairspray.
Keep it that way.
he's trying to save you.
Yeah.
He's trying to save you. You know what it is to me? I think if you worked in Hollywood in that time, I do not think that there's no way in hell it ain't something fucked up in your head.
I believe it.
How old is Grease? What the...
Yeah,
60s?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Man, the 70s? I might be being dramatic with the 60s, but they came out in the 70s?
70s, disco.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she said that. She also, one of the big crazy things that everyone's just
1978.
Oh, 70s. So one of the biggest, wildest things that was there was do you know how hard it is to have an abortion at 13 because of your boss? Yeah.
That's pretty...
That is...
What did she think?
Yeah.
That's layered.
So that's why people are like, what did Dan Schneider do to her? Because who else is going to be her boss?
Yeah, the fact that bro has a whole, rebuttal interview with that T-Bone dude is so weird,
I still
bro.
haven't watched it.
It's just don't
It's
even
not
watch
worth
it. It's not
it.
worth it. It's basically
It's
just
not worth it.
him just be like, nah, I ain't do that. My fault, though, if anybody feel hurt.
He was like, I am just
I could
sorry.
be better. I could do better.
Is it recent?
Yeah,
He
no,
dropped it
the day after.
the day after Quiet on Set came out.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, watching it, it was like, I just wanted to call people up and say I'm sorry and everything.
I did that to you. It's not even.
And
worth
that's
it.
why T-Bone was like,
Yeah.
I've never had a racist experience with you, but you're my friend. And he was like, yeah, almost all my leads are black leads and stuff like that. I'm progressive, so I don't know what they're talking about. And it's like,
He got a black friend, so he's good.
exactly.
If you got a black friend, you can't be racist. You can't be racist. But let's get to Drake and Josh, though.
Yeah, so aside from the Amanda Bynes stuff, obviously back then, which, by the way, she's doing good, guys.
Yeah.
She's learning how to be a nail tech.
I saw
She
saw
don't
that
play on
video.
TikTok. She's very direct on TikTok. She's very intentional when she's like, I decided I'm not going to wear a lace front. I'm going to get a wig.
Yeah. But no, she's not doing a wig anymore.
She's doing extensions.
She's doing
Sorry,
extensions now.
Reversed it. My fault. Yeah.
Flipped and reversed.
I liked it. I like it.
I just, honestly, I see these videos of her talking about, all the things that she wants to do for herself, and I'm like, all the power to you.
I respect that.
It, you could just tell that she's gone through so much, and she's just so tired, but she's trying.
Yes.
And I think after watching like the Quiet on Set thing, if anything ever came out like an Amanda Bynes documentary, like I don't even know if I want to watch it.
Yeah, I think I'm tapping out.
She doesn't need to say, you know.
There's certain things that though I'm just like, I don't need to know this. I can know that something happened, but I don't need to know every single detail because there's too much. Granted, it's like, listen, there's a whole bunch of fucked up shit in the world, but certain times, like, I can't go that deep into the
But you know what? We're there for her regardless of what she does. But have y'all been seeing, you know, all the Drake and Josh stuff happening?
Yo, Josh Peck is a fucking snake.
Josh Peck definitely does look like he's kind of like an asshole.
He looks like he's related to Brian
He may
Peck.
have not been an asshole as a kid, but definitely I think maybe holding some resentment from weight loss and all this other stuff, and like now kind of like looking how he looks now and having a little bit more. Because I've seen some interviews with him where he says like everybody back then was bugging, like these kids, like they was on some shit, like drugs type shit, drinking, all type of shit like that, and that wasn't his bag at all. He really was like allegedly, right? So his version of the story, he kind of was just like, yo, I was just the fat, like, funny kid, and, like, I was just, like, struggling with, like, my issues and trying to, like, lose weight and X, Y, Z. So he wasn't even in their bag, so he kind of feels that kind of little bit of separation, but, like, he seems like he really feels himself now, like, because of how he looks, and he's still, I guess he's pretty successful in a way, because he has, like, a lock on social media for his brand and stuff, because the past couple of years, he was on Vine at one point and all that, so...
He wasn't really funny on Vine, but...
I mean, I honestly watched, like, some of his vlogs when he was, like, chilling with, like, David Dobrik and all them.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good content. It's whack. It's not enjoyable. He'd be around King Batch, like, who also needs to retire. No disrespect. I said no disrespect, but that's all disrespect, actually. King Batch needs to retire. His content
he's like 30. He's
let
like
it
33,
go, bro.
34.
Like, you need to find a way to get into acting or start creating some actual serious content. Because just his comedy is not.
It lost its such a long,
that backflip though had
ago.
its time. That was it. That backflip though. But anyway, sorry. Drake and Josh, more into that relationship.
Yeah, so going into that, because people were kind of side-eyeing him when I first started side-eyeing him. Josh, yeah. Was when, you know, Jeanette McCurdy came out with her book, and when people were all kind of giving her support and stuff like that, you know, when someone asked him, like, oh, like, what was your experience with Dan? Like, and he was like, oh, well, I don't know. He was just a really hard boss. Like, nothing happened to me. And everyone was like, really? This is what you have to say? For, like, he didn't say anything really based on, like, supporting her. Like, you know, like, she probably had a different experience, this and that. Like, he really just didn't seem empathetic. And everyone was like, oh, word? Like, you're really not going to come out here and support, like, one of your, you know, former coworkers and stuff like that? Like,
they didn't work together.
Well, like, in the Nickelodeon sense is what I mean. But, like, I don't know. Like, that's just something... Like, wouldn't you think, like, okay, if this didn't happen to me regardless, like, hey, I don't know your experience. Like, I don't know what happened with her, you know, but we just got to be really supportive of her. There's ways to say things, you know?
And, like, are you really going to, like, feign ignorance and, like, say, like, you really didn't hear anything that happened about anyone on set?
Yeah.
Oh, you got so many TV shows that are now speaking up with the Naked Brothers Band and the Haunted Halloways or whatever, you know.
Ridiculous.
All these other shows coming out. Like, you didn't hear nothing, bro. I know I'm at work. We stay gossiping about all this shit that happens.
Let's not act like the Cheesemate is not in the workplace, bro.
So, yeah, you're right. He could have been like, oh, man, yo, I read the book or I read a few excerpts and it's really unfortunate that happened. I didn't have that experience, but, like, I could believe it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
But I think that also, like, the last thing I was saying, like, this comes with him saying, like, he really don't fuck with nobody. Oh, yeah. Like, he don't got that. If you don't fuck with nobody, then that means why should you care, right?
I mean, he put out that video that everyone was questioning on who it was about, and it was just like, if I haven't talked to you in 20 years, you know, like, take that as a sign, you know, you're a bug, I sprayed you with the Raid, and everyone's like, are you talking? That? Yeah. Like, so everyone's like, is he talking about Drake? Is he talking about Dan Schneider? Who was he talking about? Everyone assumed it was Drake, but that's why we're trying to...
But then Drake put out that video. That's another thing that's also scary sometimes. We do have to sometimes be careful with just assuming the assumptions and creating narratives. I mean, shit. Look at what happened with this Kate Middleton person, where like everybody was all of a sudden CSI, and now the woman has to come out and tell everybody, I have fucking cancer, guys. Yeah. So like that's where like the internet does get messy sometimes. Like, guys, we're all not investigative journalists, so we can't create narratives because like that's now that's sad. You know, unless now we want to believe they're lying about her having cancer. So it's a very dodgy line when it comes to stuff like that. But Drake coming out himself, and I think kind of, at least for that, is enough for me, at least. Him saying like, "Hey, that's not, we're good. Like, that has nothing to do."
He said, "Oh, he reached out to me privately, and all that stuff." Because apparently, according to Drake, they said that, "Oh, we've just been on and off, this past few years. He never invited me to his wedding, and then I expressed to him, it upset me and all that stuff." And he basically said that, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Just kind of like how real family can be.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, that's understandable. I personally, from seeing different videos and vlogs and stuff like that Josh himself has put out, I feel like he has some kind of resentment towards Drake.
Yeah.
For being the pretty boy versus the fat kid and all that stuff. Which that's not their fault that they were placed in these roles, and that was just kind of how they got big. But I don't know, you can see how back and forth they've been, So, but according to Drake, they're good again, and they have been talking within these past, few years, versus Josh was like, "Yeah, no, I haven't talked to him in years. I don't know what you're talking about."
Because they were going to try to, do a reboot at one point, and then Drake, I saw, a little podcast clip when it was, Drake and his wife, and his wife was, kind of "Nah, we ain't doing it," because there were certain things that he didn't like, I guess, about it, or want to change some things, because he was trying to cater the show more to, try to cater the show to his Mexican fans, because he's so big in Mexico. And that was kind of I think a little bit of the deal breaker. I could be wrong. I'm just paraphrasing a little, but they were going to do a reboot the same way iCarly has reboot. And Josh Peck was on a couple episodes of that iCarly reboot.
Really?
The new one, yeah.
Really?
That's why it's kind of hilarious. So he fucks with Miranda Cosgrove, it seems and those guys, but I don't think he fuck with mad of the people or whatever, because it's interesting.
It is interesting, because at the same time, thinking of it, okay, suppose if we think of it from another perspective of if Drake at the time was as messy and back then with all his allegations and all that stuff, a person like Josh, would he have wanted to, separate himself from Drake for certain reasons? Hey, this guy's being really weird to a lot of younger fans.
Yeah.
I don't want to associate with that.
And then take into account if he doesn't even know what technically happened to him.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
Especially if he doesn't know. So it's he might just be I just don't fuck with him.
Yeah, bro bugging. I don't know, he do weird shit. So he probably just nah.
Exactly. You never know, because we can see from outside perspectives, but we don't know these people.
Yeah.
These what is the term again?
Parasocial.
Parasocial relationships. Yeah. Exactly. So I don't know. I just find it interesting, and we're gonna keep an eye on that. Drake and Josh, are they friends? Are they not friends?
Things are unraveling in the entertainment industry.
Yep.
There's a lot more news that's probably gonna come out. This is not gonna be the end of this saga.
Mm-hmm. But we gonna heal that chisme, so.
But let's get into some things we hate.
Ooh.
Things we dislike.
The haterade.
This is Danny's favorite segment, the player haters ball.
It's my favorite episode of Dave Chappelle.
So, got into it randomly. We're just gonna talk about 3 things that's just kind of brave to say that you hate, that you know other people enjoy or love, and you're just you don't say it out loud because you might be a little bit of a buzzkill. People are going to want to argue with you, and you just don't feel like arguing about it. You just want to say you hate it and keep it pushing. So I'll start with mine, make it easier, give you something to probably hate what I say.
What you got?
So, the first thing is something I told you recently, the thing that I'm now telling people I hate, which it's going to make me sound like I'm no fun, but there's some nuance to it. Bowling. Fucking done. I'm tired of it, guys.
Why don't you like bowling?
All right. I'm competitive, right? But I try not to be, because in certain settings, because I just don't like the mindset it puts me in with stuff. So I already place bowling in something just not competitive at all. I'm just it's just for me to just sit around and drink, I guess, right?
Yeah, and hang with friends.
But one, I hate that I have to get up every fucking 5 minutes instead of just sitting the fuck down, right? To go now have to potentially hurt my wrist or slip and bust my ass.
Oh.
I'm fucking good. The food is always shitty, right? It's always packed on mad people on top of each other. You don't know where to put your fucking jackets. I gotta switch shoes into some fucking shoes that's not even mine, that are fucking stinking, or fucking the laces are fucking ripped.
When you put it that way, man.
Everything about being there, I'm just I'm good.
It's a good time.
It's a good time for people. not I. And then it sucks when you're like not good, and then there's one person who's good, because I'm not good. I'll put it out there. That's not why I hate it. I'm mediocre. But the person who's like good just sometimes just can't chill. Like, bro, it's just, yeah!
Turkey!
Fuck yeah!
Winner, chicken dinner!
You'll never fucking catch me. You see that? Fucking skill. I'm fucking, you see the technique? Like, it's just doing, I'm like.
the curve on that?
You saw what I did there?
Hug the gutter, come back, cut right down the middle, straight.
Oh, man, that's a tough one, man. You were so close. Like, it's just like, and I can't do the math on the strikes. I don't even know how the math works. Like, why? It's just an X, and then the fucking score doesn't show up. I just rather just do something else.
I don't know, man. It's fun.
I'll still go. I'll still sit around, have fun, try to provide some vibes. But if my face is serious at any moment and it looks like I'm angry, it's not because I'm angry. I'm just not happy to be here.
That's so funny.
That's all.
I will say that there's almost nothing better of a feeling than getting a strike in bowling.
Yeah.
Listen, the peaks are high.
Ooh.
But like when you ain't that dude,
when you got a gutter ball,
that peak is only gonna be at least like 1 second of like the 2-3 hours that you're there.
I don't know, man. I'm always a fan of even the bad times. Like when you suck is also funny.
That's a walk of shame. Going back to your seat, like, damn, you really brought the team down.
But I'm okay with sucking too. It's just that everything else around I'm just like, I'm just good. I just don't want to have to get up every fucking 3 minutes, bro.
I think it's so
old.
I just think it's so funny. I literally, the last time I played, I used to be so good at bowling. But the last time I played, I broke a nail and I got a gutter ball at the same time.
That's super fucking scary.
It's so bad for your nails.
You be having nails.
Exactly, for the nails. I had long nails too for my, it's rough. But yeah.
All right, my second thing. Chocolate.
In general?
What?
All kinds?
All kinds of chocolate?
There are very, very small exceptions.
What, like peanut
Reese's? Like if there's peanut butter involved, but it has to be a lot of peanut butter to counteract the chocolate taste.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like Nutella, but that's hazelnut.
That's true.
I like red velvet cake, but that has been that has red food coloring as well as vanilla extract. It's chocolate.
Wow.
But if somebody's actually making good red velvet cake and not box shit, like if my mom makes it or like some of my family, or I'll get it from like a really good place, it don't taste like chocolate.
Valid.
It's just has cream cheese, has vanilla extract. Does not taste like chocolate.
So those are your exceptions.
And Hershey's cookies and cream.
Yes. Period.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm fucking good. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying chocolate's gross. I'm just saying I don't enjoy it.
Valid.
I don't know why. It's like sometimes it's just like too much because I already don't love sweets.
Yeah.
Or snacking in general, really. I'm just not a snacker, even when it comes to. I don't have a bag of chips just in the house at all times, or like just desserts in the crib all the time. I'll just randomly go grab like a tub of ice cream, but I'll never get a chocolate ice cream. Or when I used to get the Neapolitan ice cream as a kid, I only ate like the vanilla and strawberry side and would like leave the chocolate in the middle.
How do you feel about ice cream sandwiches? Because it's like a chocolate wafer.
I enjoy it because it's so much vanilla ice cream.
That's valid.
Okay. See, there's method. There's a method to my madness. I was like, you can get me to eat it. I just don't don't hand me some chocolate and be like, here's some chocolate. I'm gonna be like.
Where's the peanut butter though?
I was like, or like dark chocolate I don't like because it's like too
good.
Like dark chocolate. Like,
love dark
I don't know. I think it's because I think I don't enjoy chocolate because most of the times it feels like I'm also partaking in like whole milk. It feels very whole milky, and I hate whole milk. I don't know. But that's not my third thing I hate because I feel like a lot of people don't like whole milk now. Almond daddies now.
I mean, I can't. I'm lactose intolerant, so I try to avoid
we drink the nut milk now.
Whoa.
Freezing. And this one, hopefully, it doesn't get you mad. Kimmy, Big Macs.
Oh, why would I? Oh, no.
She's always at McDonald's, bro. I
don't know, but I don't be eating all that.
Big Macs, don't get it.
You don't be eating all what?
Like all different sandwiches and stuff. Like
what the hell you be eating? Just nuggets and fries?
I have Happy Meals.
You order Happy Meals when you go to McDonald's?
I have a small stomach, so it's big enough for me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say something because she flamed me because I fake flamed her all last episode. I was like, you know, I'm gonna just shut up this time.
No, because he was on my ass.
I was
like,
hello.
He was on me.
Play the tape.
I do gotta play the tape. I was like 1, 2.
Oh my god, bro! All right, we'll make it a little compilation. So yeah, those are my 3 things. Big Macs, I don't get it. It's always like I don't like the onions that's on it. The mac sauce, I don't really see the hype behind it or whatever. Like, it's fine. I know people live and die by Big Macs, but I'll tell you, I'd rather just go. I'd rather try a fish fillet than eat a Big Mac right now.
I'll try it. I'll try it all.
I've never had it. Well, what's your? You got your 3, or you want to go to her?
I got my 3 because they'll be quick. Because I know he's got a list. He's a hater. 1.
Damn.
1. I hate the smell of lavender. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, I feel like I'm slightly allergic.
Okay.
I'm not allergic. I just can't stand the smell. I don't know. I love the color lavender. I love so cute, but smelling it, just something about it. I
I
can't
put lavender in my J sometimes because that shit.
Nah,
I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Lavender, like if somebody had like a lavender like diffuser or something like that, like in their room, like the smell of it will make my throat get like scratchy.
Oh no, you're definitely allergic. That's actually allergic.
Yo, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So that's why but I'll drink a lavender like coffee, like a latte.
That's weird.
No.
And your throat don't get scratchy?
No, I think it's the smell.
Oh,
sure. Okay.
I mean, it's different for everybody.
But lavender, like Starbucks has this new like lavender cream matcha thing. It's actually really fucking good. Matcha and lavender go super hand in hand together.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Next thing, I hate unnecessary reboots. I think you should do something different. Like, we don't need 20 million Batman movies. Make something about. Listen.
Yo, he was on her side. He said, "Hey, whoa."
Hold up. Make something with the Bat family. Wow, no one's ever done that before. Like something different. You know?
I agree, sure. But I also appreciate all the different Batman movies.
Yo, watching bro be on your side and completely switch. He said, "Yeah, I feel." Whoa there, buddy. Hold your fucking horses. I want another Batman movie.
But something like that, it doesn't have to be Batman, but in general.
I'm gonna ride out with you. No more Batman movies.
Not no more, but differently.
I need a Red Hood movie.
Hello, Red Hood movie, something with, Damien, Tim, the rest of the Bat family. Something different.
Really?
My boy hates.
He's a little shit.
He's a little shit.
But
people either hate Damien or Tim.
Yeah, it's
cool. Sword.
He's cool.
And his cape actually flaps. Nobody else really be fucking using their cape on the Robins.
That's true.
I don't know. Whatever.
What do you mean flaps?
Like the cape, like his cape be caping.
No, all the capes be caping.
Nah, but Damian Wayne's Robin, his cape be caping better than I feel like the other ones.
Well, yeah, because he perfected it.
Yeah, he nice with it.
I was watching some DC movie where I don't know, it was some post-apocalyptic alternate dimension thing where Damian Wayne ended up with Raven. Is that canonical?
That's the Teen Titans.
They teased that in Justice League vs. Teen Titans.
Yeah,
but I don't know what you saw, but they teased that in that.
The Teen Titans movies, the animations was.
I mean, it makes sense, honestly.
Damian's
a little.
Dark they tease that. They tease that right now.
I thought that was a pretty good storyline.
It is. Right. But, okay, so there's that. And I'm not just saying this for Batman movies. I'm just saying in general. The fact that we now get Miles Morales, before it used to just be all Peter Parker. It's all right, enough. Give me something else.
What about Madam Web?
Oh, God, no.
Did you guys watch Madam
Web? No, not yet. But I heard it was
Why would I do that?
That'll be a whole other thing.
What's her name? Dakota Johnson or whatever?
Yeah.
She made me be don't watch this movie.
No,
she basically said that shit in her interview.
We're going to get into that, though. We're going to come back, guys. Yeah. We want to watch it. Third thing, the taste. This is... People are going to come at me, but the taste of mint. And specifically, thin mints, stuffed mints in, drinks. I can't do it.
I can eat a mint, but I hate mint flavored things. I've seen an Oreo mint flavored one, and I was
disgusting. What do you like eating toothpaste?
Chocolate and milk? Wait, toothpaste? What?
It tastes like toothpaste.
It tastes like you're eating toothpaste.
No, there's a difference, guys. What about mint tea?
No.
Like a peppermint?
No. I don't drink a peppermint. I said I eat peppermint on mint tea. It's tea. Okay. But when mint it's chocolate chip? mint when it's
mint ice cream, chocolate
into
chip,
something,
chocolate mint ice cream,
making it into delicious stuff.
Disgusting.
It's gross, bro.
Mint ice cream is nasty.
I wonder how common that is.
Mint shit. I feel like the dislike for mint is just as high as the dislike for pineapple on pizza.
It's ups and downs. Half the people like it, half the people don't. I just personally think you're crazy.
But there needs to be some kind of hot component to it. I need a jalapeno because the sweet and spicy.
See, that's different.
Of
you also eat pineapple on pizza?
I've never tried it, so I can't say.
Nah.
But the sweet and spicy, I understand.
It's like too sweet for me. I think pineapple. Like,
But that's why he's saying to add the jalapenos.
I don't like
jalapenos, a hot honey, or a spicy salami. There needs to be a sweet and spicy component to it.
That sounds good.
But I'm seeing people put pear on pizza.
What the?
There's like this like bougie spot in Soho
Of course, it's fucking
where people
Soho.
are putting like a
Shot with
caramelized
the
pear.
gentrifiers.
Pears, slices of pears. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I'll try it.
Anyways, what's your haterade list looking like?
This came up in my. This was like the first thing in my mind because I've just been like voicing it a lot lately. I don't like Timothee Chalamet. I literally...
Yo, even though I knew you was gonna still say him, and though just the way you delivered, just like, yo, you.
I don't know anything about the guy. I've seen like clips of the movies and like the roles he's in. I know he recently did Willy Wonka. I know he just did Dune, and I watched him in the first Dune. I just like, you know what it is? I think people are just fucking jerking off to him 24/7. That I'm like, I just don't see it. Like, what is there to like about this guy?
Apparently, he gives a lot of people chlamydia. Like, actually.
Yo.
Well, there you go.
Yo. This went off the rails.
Is chlamydia?
I mean, do you think he's attractive?
I personally don't, and like
I'm a
fan of my little white boy of the month. He's just not He's just not like it's like an internet thing.
He just discount Tom Holland.
I got you.
He just doesn't.
He just discount Tom Holland.
No, don't even do that to Tom Holland. Like.
I just don't see it.
I just personally don't see it either.
I don't like his acting.
I think he's a good actor. I would say the thing I do like about him is that he has just a hilarious digital footprint. Just like
How so?
Have you seen like the clips of him in high school?
No.
Oh my god, bro! I was like, okay, you was a kid because he went to LaGuardia.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's a New York City kid. Like he's
Never knew that.
So like, there's certain things I'm like hearing speak. I'm like, okay, yeah, you from here, but you don't try to act like he don't put too much sauce on trying to act like he's from New York. It's a kid who's from New York. But you
he's
see
not
videos
like
of him,
some people that make their personality.
Dude, they do too much. But he has like there's mad videos of him like doing like random performances in school at LaGuardia, but like rapping the Nicki Monster verse and like fully clothed, like dressed like Nicki Minaj, like. He does a lot of dumb shit, which is funny seeing him be a kid. Yeah. Like him doing dumb raps and shit like that and just like fooling around like on the internet. So you can find super old videos. Okay. Just type in Timothee Chalamet, like digital footprint on TikTok.
He's like, I hate that.
You.
He just has such a punchable face. I don't even want to look at him.
Valid.
That's just me.
What's your other haterade stuff?
So this is something silly. But my friend like recently told me he started watching Fairy Tail. The anime.
And
I it's funny. It's a weird opinion. I love Fairy Tail.
I love Fairy Tail
to a point. But I hate that people are getting into it now. I feel like the time has passed.
Yes. If you were going to get into it, it should have been then. Not because like we're saying to gatekeep it. It's just that you could be spending your time doing so much better things.
Like.
I just won't watch it because I heard it has a bad ending.
Horrible.
One of the worst endings.
It is. He truly does, and I think he vocalized it once. The creator Hiro Mashima. He really does fuck with the power of friendship. Like he fucks with the power of friendship and
disturbing.
But
just like also like just so many characters like he just like didn't follow through with like the whole Acnologia thing.
Drop the ball.
Yeah.
Drop the ball.
Just terrible. Yeah. So like I just hate that like people are getting into it now. It's just like stop.
That's valid.
Go watch something else.
Just read it. Just read it because like I also just like didn't like the animation. I thought it was like one of the worst anime adaptations of all time.
Then we had to wait a minute for like that last season to get animated.
You know it's coming back, right? They're doing the 100-year quest. Yeah.
I might watch. I'm not gonna lie because the spinoff. The second series that Hiro Mashima made.
No, the
like
second series. One? Yeah, that's Eden Zero. That's the third one.
I fuck with Eden Zero.
Really?
That's really, really good. Yeah, the first one actually is
Rave Master.
Yeah. Eden Zero, I liked it. It's on Netflix. It's like 27 episodes. It's like a sci-fi. It's because I do actually enjoy Fairy Tail. So watching that is not me watching Fairy Tail. It's me watching the same guy make something else, but all the characters look like the Fairy Tail characters.
Okay.
Like. You know the girl Lucy from Fairy Tail, the blonde girl. You made it like they the cat, right? Oh, do you know anything?
No, I don't know anything about Fairy
You just know
Tail.
the pink hair dude, maybe?
Yeah, I'm like, I know the pink hair dude.
All right, so it's the
that's it.
blonde girl's always with him, and he just like completely copy and
paste.
pasted and put that character in that series.
Oh, say
Did it with
less.
Brave Master.
Different name,
Fairy
but just-
Tail.
I was like, wow, bro, you didn't even try.
He got a formula, and people are eating it up.
Yeah, I ate
So
it
let
up.
me try again.
So-
All right, what's number 3?
Phoebe from Friends. I fucking hate Phoebe from
What?
Friends. Yo, people love
They do.
Friends, but they mostly love Phoebe, and I don't see it. I think she's an asshole.
Why?
I don't know, like, people are like fucking blinded by like her quirkiness or something, but all the shit she says, like, you're a dickhead. I don't think she's funny. I don't think she's that sweet or nice. I think she's one of the worst characters on the show. I don't like Phoebe.
That's crazy.
If you rewatch the show with me having said this, you're gonna like notice some things like it's kind of a dickhead response.
Give me
to
an
this.
example.
You literally have me
There was
thinking,
one
wow,
thing-
he's so brave. He's so brave.
There was one moment where someone was like telling Phoebe something like, yo, this happened, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna really need you to not tell this person because, like, I'm still figuring it out. And I'm, like, really afraid of how they're gonna react. And then that fucking person walks in and she's like, oh, guess what? This person was just telling me that this happened. And they're like, yo, why did you do that?
Hijinks ensues.
And then they do a fucking laugh track. Like, oh, Phoebe's so quirky. She's so fucking airheady. That's messy.
He's over there like, she's such a fucking asshole.
That's messy.
That is messy.
Yo, friend to friend, she just told you not to say something, and the first thing you fucking do is say something? Like, are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Bro is getting out of here.
Let's say it.
He's getting out of here.
So right.
I mean, you're right, but damn,
Oh my god.
that's crazy.
Oh,
I haven't seen it in years. I grew up watching Friends,
Yeah.
but like, I'm like,
I've never
as a
watched
kid
Friends
perspective.
at all, so I'm just like blind.
But you know people love Phoebe.
I know people love Phoebe.
Yeah.
I know she's like a fave.
She's the quirky girl. So They
Yeah.
love bitches like that.
People love her and they love Joey. Joey just
Joey's
seems
a
like a
sweetheart.
better Phoebe.
Joey's-
He's a fuckboy, though. Joey's the original,
cute.
like,
Yeah.
fuckboy.
It's a fun time.
All right, well,
He's a himbo.
let's get into our last segment since we led with some hate. Let's talk about some fond memories or fond attachments we have with Nintendo. But let's talk about some of the Nintendo memories that you had too as well, because
So-
you had like the Princess Peach stuff and all that,
Yeah,
right?
so there's a new Princess Peach game coming out, and Nintendo's releasing these pink Joy-Cons, which I've talked about in the past, but now it's official that it's happening, and I'm really mad at them because it happened after Christmas that I got new Joy-Cons. So I'm like, damn, I could have just waited for these guys.
We're gonna have to get you an Amazon wish list, boy, because you better your people's is not gonna buy these things for you, bro. You gotta let it go.
I know.
you gotta let it go.
I don't know, she got the skins from fucking Overwatch, so...
Yeah.
No, I thought she just paid for that.
Well, I paid
She
for the
got-
Cowboy Bebop ones, but
Wait,
the
yeah.
K-pop ones, that was from a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So, wish list in the links box below.
Next to the feet pics.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
No,
next to the feet pics. But
I
yeah,
mean, I do have a wish list on my link tree, so
yeah, check that out, y'all.
But-
So we'll talk about some Nintendo memories. I guess like what are some of your favorite games or systems or era that you like from Nintendo? I know you said you didn't play too much stuff besides Pokemon, but I mean, even if I'm pretty sure there's a specific Pokemon that you love.
Honestly, it's so funny that we're talking about this now, because just the other day I pulled out, when I was sick with the flu, I pulled out my 3DS,
aw.
and I had Pokemon X in there, and I loaded it up, and you know how, like, right before, like, you click into the game, like, your profile comes up, like, you have this many badges,
Yeah.
you have this much time spent playing the game. Take a guess how many hours I got logged on to Pokemon X.
360 something.
I'm gonna go with 123.
Kimmy was closer.
Oh.
447 hours.
Damn.
What's that divided by 24? Jesus Christ.
Let me see, hold on.
That's like 20 days worth of
447
straight.
divided by 24 is 18 days.
Damn.
18 days.
That's wild.
You know what it is? It's breeding. It's breeding Pokemon. That's really
I'm
all
glad
it
you
is.
finished the full sentence. I was like, it's breeding what?
It's breeding Pokemon and like having to run around to hatch these fucking eggs to see if you get your 6 IV fucking Pokemon.
Are you a shiny hunter too?
Nah, that's too much. Well, I was for a while, but that's too much.
In
It's
the
too
new
much.
game, I
Putting
was.
all those hours and you're not a fucking shiny hunter seems crazy.
It's not about aesthetic. It's about capability and skill. I need those IVs to be perfect. I need the natures to be good.
Wow.
so funny.
So Pokemon X is just shit.
Yeah, clearly. When I saw that 447, I was like, wow.
He's like, Yikes! Jump scare.
But you know what, too, with
scare.
that game, and that's why I really like Pokemon X and Y, is that they have the Battle Mason there, where they have like multiple different challenges where you do like 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, and they have like you literally have to go through 50 different Pokemon battles in order to beat it, and it just gets harder and harder and harder. So you gotta really have the perfect team lined up, and that was like I really like that about Pokemon, because if there's one complaint I have about Pokemon, there's no difficulty setting. It's too fucking easy.
Yeah, I agree.
And it just keeps getting easier every year. But I mean, Scarlet and Violet has this because you didn't play Scarlet and Violet, right?
I did.
You did? Oh yeah, I forgot you did. It could, like, you can find ways to make it challenging for yourself, but that's the thing. With Pokemon, is kind of like a sandbox thing where you have to find your own ways to make it challenging. The base version of it will just never be challenging. But I am hyped that they have that the new Pokemon Legend games that coming out.
Arceus?
Arceus already came out.
Aren't they coming out with the second one?
The second one, and that's ZA or whatever, because it's gonna have the Zygarde.
Oh, okay.
You know who Zygarde is?
No, Zygarde's the red.
I was like, you just said you was playing
wing thing. Yeah.
No, that's the green. We're talking about the green one.
Zygarde is the green one.
Oh, okay.
It starts with a Z, not an X or a Y.
You're right.
Yeah, got him. So it's gonna be it's gonna be like futuristic in the city. It seems like, and I love the Legends Arceus game, and if it's gonna be a sequel, if they find a way to make it a little bit better, but
you could always do the Nuzlocke challenge.
I'm never doing Nuzlocke. I'm never doing a
the
Nuzlocke
challenge.
What is that?
It's like
you know what a Nuzlocke is?
It's a difficulty that you can do on yourself as a Pokemon player, where if your Pokemon ever faints, you have to release it. It's gone. That's it.
And you and then you have to there's different ways. Like it can be hard. You can only catch like certain Pokemon in the area. Like you can only catch one Pokemon if you go into this area. Like you have to be very intentional with it. It's supposed to be self-imposed to make it more challenging. It's not supposed to be you here for a good time and you trying to make friends with your Pokemon.
Yeah.
These are people who are resetting files and X, Y, Z. This is not for you to grow attachment. Because I see you
gasping. Say, like,
she's gasping for air. She's like,
these are my babies.
But that's the point, because you will grow the attachment.
Yeah.
And then once they die, then it's like you should have did a better job then.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like your strategies will be better. Like you really got to be smart with how you play the game.
Like instead of you just putting all attack moves on your Pokemon, you're like, no, I need to be a little more strategic. I might have to throw this double team on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I might have to throw this on. So that's what that's crazy. You've never heard of Nuzlocke.
No.
Bro, you be in the trenches of so much other random information, and you not knowing the term Nuzlocke is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Random
you on
stuff.
Twitter.
I know. Pokemon Twitter hasn't come up on my feed in so long, so.
Wow. So what about you for Nintendo?
Oh, man, I will never forget my experience in heavy COVID with freaking, what's it called?
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Out there.
Thank you. Yeah, I forgot.
I've never played that game.
Yeah, before that
one, me neither.
Before that, I never played any Animal Crossing before, and I think I told you guys before, but like my friend, I had lost, I got laid off from my job at Barnes & Nobles, and my friend was like, nah, homie, I got you. Take this as a gift. And he bought me Animal Crossing. And I was like, thank you. And I did not expect to get so deep into it and love it that much.
You just lose hours.
I don't understand the premise of the game.
So it's like...
Pay off your debt.
So it's interesting. So you have an island. You get on an island, and it's like, hey, this is kind of like we're building a community just to like change things up. Your new space, you're trying something new. So you and these two villagers, you guys are starting this island. And this guy, Tom Nook, he rents out he gives you a loan, he's like, here, get the supplies. I'll help you build a house and you pay me back, and then little by little, you get the stuff, you pay him back, and then he like builds it up for you, builds another room, builds up the house.
So you do upgrades, you can craft your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is there interest on this loan?
Yeah. No, it like... I was not expecting to like this at all.
No. Oh, interest in the dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I played it. It's interesting. What the fuck? She was like, what the fuck, bro? I'm literally gushing about it as we speak.
No. There's no interest in the loan, which is great. But you will want to grind the fuck out of it, you know?
Okay.
So it's unexpected.
Yeah.
What about
it's
you?
Kind of
Did
like
you...
Sims if you had like debt in
Yes,
Sims.
and I also love The Sims.
I've never played.
I think
Sims.
if you love The Sims, bro, you'll love Animal.
I
That's
never
the dangerous
played
part
any...
about it.
Yeah.
See, I've never played
You know
either
what's
of those.
good about Sims is that you could like fast forward time. So
Bro,
like if
I always fuck it up though, bro. I always fuck. The same way I feel like in real life is the same way I feel like in The Sims. I feel like I have so much time to do the things I want to do. So like, all right, I gotta go shower. Now I gotta go poop, and now I gotta go do this, and then the next thing I know, the house is on fire.
Oh my god!
That's literally what happens. Like now the shower's on fire. Like just the most random things catch on fire in there. You're like, guys, was nobody else here to fucking put this? I love The Sims. I'm a fan. Okay.
That's great. Actually, quick side note: we're not gonna fully go into it, but apparently they're in talks with Margot Robbie about making a Sims movie.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
See, now it's getting too messy.
that's like a Truman Show kind of thing.
See,
I can imagine.
someone was
Yeah.
saying that they should make
Because that's
half
basically
of the...
Barbie, though. It's the same thing.
No, but
Barbie
someone was saying that like they should make it into a psychological thriller.
yeah, like a
Yeah,
Truman
they're
Show
gonna
thing.
have to like really. It can't just be
It can't
to the
be
same
regular.
scale as what Barbie was, because Barbie was overseen the same way too. And if we're gonna do that with The Sims, like we gotta
do something.
we gotta get more creative.
Especially if you're doing Margot Robbie, like literally doing the same thing.
Yeah,
No, but she's gonna add some fun into it, like a psychological thriller. Like have the movie be normal with the family, and then suddenly things start happening.
House is on fire.
House is on fire.
House is on fire. The guy is locked into the room. He can't get out.
Everybody starts speaking Simonese.
This lady swimming in a pool, and
Beep,
suddenly
boop,
she
I get
can't get
Disha.
out because the ladder's gone. She's drowning, and everyone just watches her drown.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Figorsha! this they don't speak English in The Sims. They just be saying gibberish.
Yeah, so stuff. Think about that.
So for Nintendo, for me, I have a very fondness in regards to when I got a 64. Right, when I got a 64, only child, I a lot more single player games.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this one game that to this day I would buy because I miss playing it, but I miss playing it because I was so bad at it, and I just couldn't get past like the second or third level of this game, and I always try over and over. It's this game called Mischief Makers for Nintendo 64.
Never heard of it.
It is so crazy that you don't even use the joystick. You move with like the yellow buttons on this.
Oh wow!
Right, because you don't ever think about using the. That's how I suck at the game. This character, bro. Like, I don't even remember the girl's name, but like it's just cute little like round face thingies. Let me see if I can look it up. Mischief Makers, but she does this thing where like she grabs things and she'll shake it. She's like shake, shake, and she says it. It's a very, very cute game, and like it was that combined with like playing Glover. Remember, I'm definitely just showing my age now.
What is that?
Glover is like a joke back in the day with. Yeah, this is the game Mischief Makers.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. That and Glover used to be my shit as well. Glover is what you remember Master Hand in Smash Brothers. A lot of people made theories back in the day that Master Hand was Glover because this basically came out a little bit before Smash Brothers came out.
Oh, okay.
So Glover is just a random. It's like an RPG, not RPG. It's like a Mario platformer type game, but the thing is a glove. That bounces around a ball and uses all types of things for attacks. And he's trying to stop an evil glove.
Okay.
That's somebody. It's such a dumb concept.
You
but
know,
those
someone
are
took some
those are
drugs
my
for that.
weird memories because like I enjoyed those games and like just people don't talk about them enough. So
I've never even heard of it, so yeah.
No,
classics,
you
bro.
got me.
Not classics, but definitely deep cuts. Deep cuts for sure.
Yeah.
So let's get into final part. So start to finish this out. Talking about what we're looking forward to. Anything you guys got going on?
So something I'm looking forward to that was just announced. It's a collaboration between two different anime. It's Baki Hanma versus Kenga Ashura.
From what?
From his own series, Kenga.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm a huge Baki is probably like a guilty pleasure of mine. Like it's just like a martial. I don't know if anybody's ever watched
I know
or seen
Baki
any
is.
clips.
I know.
I've heard of it, but
It's
I
like a
don't really
martial
know.
artist show, but like to the most. It's like the Fast and Furious of like anime.
Okay.
It's just so fucking ridiculous. But I'm like,
Isn't like
I'm a
Barack
sucker for
Obama
it.
or somebody fights the president or something like that?
What?
No one fights the president. Someone makes the president their bitch. Yeah. It's actually
She's like,
it's actually Baki's father. So like Baki's father is such a fucking crazy badass guy that he literally has treaties with countries that he has to like sign like every 12 years that they won't like fuck with him and he won't take down the country. 'Cause there's no superpowers or anything involved. He's just that fucking guy.
He's just that guy.
And Kengan Ashura is just like another like it's like a Netflix original CGI really looking like martial artists TV show. But they're bringing both of them together to have a versus match. I'm super excited to see how that turns out. I think it's coming out in June. So I don't know. Baki's a great show. I think you guys should 100% watch Baki.
All right, but
Solo Leveling season 2 already confirmed.
I gotta watch the episode that came out today because I'm hearing the streets are rumbling.
A lot of people talking.
It's time for you to.
I'll hop on. Let me finish Cowboy Bebop and Smashville, and I'll go on that next.
Yeah.
One other thing that I'm like really like, it's like something I'm looking forward to every month, and this is actually I should have brought this up in the what we watching thing, but we got sidetracked really quick, and I've been meaning to talk about this on the podcast because I wanna say it. And I want it to be known. Two Blue Vortex.
Boruto.
The Boruto sequel series.
I heard it's getting very quality.
I'm saying it now. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
I'm going to give it some time.
It's 8 chapters, I think, have come out so far. And you could tell that Kishimoto, the author of Naruto, he stepped away from Boruto when the series started because he wanted to work on his other series called Hachimaru, which unfortunately got canceled from Shonen Jump. But he took the reins of Boruto after it was getting a lot of criticism, a lot of negative criticism. I'm sure you've heard that Boruto, there's a lot of hate around Boruto. But the sequel series, the time skip, Two Blue Vortex, actually is really good.
Okay.
And there was one like panel that my friends who are Naruto old heads had sent to the chat because people like to laugh about Boruto. Yeah. People like to laugh. There's like one panel where like Boruto is saying something to somebody like I'm your son. Like SUN, not like I'm your son.
Yeah.
And this other female character is like, she's like spying on Boruto, but she's saying to herself, like in that moment, like, oh my God, stop. That's actually so cool. And the caption on it is like, wow, this is so fucking cringe. This is what Boruto is. And so my friends are laughing at that, like, oh my God, like all he said is like, I'm your son. Come find me anytime.
Okay.
Oh, stop it. That's so cool. They're like, I get why they say it's cringe, but honestly, when I was reading the chapter in full context, I was thinking the same thing she was thinking. I was like, damn.
He's like, he's so fucking cool.
That was a pretty good line. So, I think Boruto has, I think, like, old Naruto head fans, like, you'll really like the direction that Kishimoto is finally taking Boruto in.
Okay. I'm gonna give it like 10 to 12 chapters for it to have before I like
50 pages a chapter.
Yeah, the big boys, but I don't want to like. Right now, I don't feel like having to wait
That's
for
valid.
some Boruto. I'd rather just be like, all right, let me have a good amount to just binge through, so I can formulate a full opinion. So I can be like, because I don't want to shit on it, man.
Yeah,
I want it to be good.
Yeah.
Valid.
But I'm also just gonna be honest. That's all it is. So, what about you? Got anything you look forward to?
Well, people have been talking, and there's talks of a leak that Animal Crossing will be coming back with a new game in the next couple years, and saying that there's going to be more multiplayer, more other stuff. So I'm actually really excited if it is true, because New Horizons was like huge. It was like one of the biggest games that like Nintendo had ever done and come out with, and they just dropped it.
Yeah.
Like they did 2 updates, and they were like, "All right, never again." And it's like,
I mean, I think that's just never going to change for Nintendo. They just don't operate that way. It's like
so
as much as people
weird.
can want it to be that way, like how other live service games are, it's never going to happen.
It's
Same
just
thing with
weird that
Pokemon.
they
Pokemon had 2 updates and then like done.
it's just, I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's like,
and the
you just
updates
dropped
weren't even
the ball.
enough.
They could have
honestly.
They could have done so much,
Yeah.
you know, to make even more money. Like there's so much opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, you know, that goes well this time around. If there is more multiplayer, because like having someone come to your island, it was really fun, great. You could have up to 8 people come over, and that was an experience.
What I'll give them credit is that because it's Nintendo, besides Pokemon, they make sure to release a finished product, and I think that's why we don't get like as many updates for their games. They make sure like it's done, like the game is done. Whereas like other games now, there's a whole bunch of games that come out that aren't done. You know what I mean? And we have to get like expansion packs because now they're just kind of putting this paywall behind us to milk us for more money, X, Y, Z. So like, I'm not saying Nintendo's not trying to milk us for money, but like they at least do it a little bit differently.
I think it's funny.
They fuck me with lube, you know what I mean, and not just like raw.
I think it's funny that you say that. Have you heard the comments like some video game company CEOs saying that you should have to pay monthly for a video game that it's not just like a one-time $65 thing that like you should be paying like $15 a month.
No.
If it's a service, maybe.
For instance, like GTA 6, the one that's coming out.
If it's GTA 6, that makes sense. People have been playing GTA 5 since 2013.
That's wild.
People have been playing. That's why the joke in every comment section was like, "Wow, we got this before GTA 6. What we got this before." Like, I played GTA 5, got it the day it came out, beat that game when I was still working at Target right after I graduated college.
That's wild.
That's how long ago GTA 5 came out.
That's crazy.
On a PS3.
We can put it that way.
Not even a PS4. So, if GTA 6 is about to be around for another 10 years, well, maybe it might have to be a monthly bill. I don't know.
I get that.
Maybe it might have to. Because people was just sitting on that shit, playing the GTA Online shit. So,
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. What about you, Corey? What are you looking forward to?
I don't have anything, actually. It's very weird. I don't know. I'm just trying to just get through fucking... I'm just trying to get through fucking April.
Oh, bro.
I'm like, damn, it's already April.
What is it, March? Today's the 24th.
I'm in the process of trying to move. It's rough.
Yeah, life is lifing right now.
It's rough.
And I just watch my little things here and there. So at this point, I'm just like taking it 1 week at a time. So there's nothing down the line that's really caught my eye.
I'm excited for the Bad Bunny concert. It's going to be in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, it's about to be lit for
Where
you,
is
bro.
it?
It's, I think that one's in Barclays
Barclays?
Center. Yeah.
Oh, DreamCon. There we go.
Ooh,
well, that's down the line, but I want to try to somehow get tickets because like the tickets went on sale again, but they sold out immediately. So I know I'm gonna have to like potentially have to buy resale, and then the fact that I have to fly to fucking Texas and all type of shit like that. It's gonna be a thing, but I do want to try to go to DreamCon. So if you guys are gonna be there, I'll try to be around. I might be with my boy Nelson from Broadcast Boys. If you guys know Broadcast Boys, might just tag along with him and stuff like that.
That'll be fun.
That's something I'm looking forward to. See if I can do.
Yeah.
Nice to support a bunch of black creators, some guys I look up to, even though they're all younger than me.
Yep.
But
not by much though. Well, like 3 years.
Not by much.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. But we'll end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching another episode of The Sims
Podcast.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Not The Sims.
I hate you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Deuces.